our East Coast team got us into this huge global bank. And we were so excited because it was like one of these companies that spent billions on IT every year, you know? So it was like the golden goose, like, oh my gosh, like went through the MSA process took like the master services agreement process took like 6 months just to get a contract signed. Like that's how big it was. But once you had that, it's like, oh man, this is like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. We're going in with the MSA or da, da, da. We get in there and there was a global consulting firm in there that had 45 people selling on that account. That's all they did, just selling that account. Like a sales team of 45 people. Like that's how big this company was, right? It was distributed. It was all over the world, all these different business units. And it was like, we had like one person on the account. You know what I mean? It's like, look at this poor guy. And it's like, it is just like, oh my God. Like there are companies that are too big.
Yeah.
Depending on your size and our size. And we were relatively, we were probably 1,000 people at times. Like still, it's like, it's you've got to figure out where that sweet spot is for you, where you could get access to the appropriate decision makers to understand where they're going, to hopefully help influence to some degree, to be able to co-solution these things together. There is kind of a balance point there. And so we found that, right? We figured out where that was for us. And then we figured out the sectors, and then we were able to target, companies at those size, at those sectors, these specific titles that typically hold these budgets. And listen, then we could put messaging together and all that, account-based marketing, all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, I just think that's an important part of any business's sales strategy, is really being crystal clear on who that ideal client profile is. And then having a process for, if you do step outside of it, being very clear on why, and then how that's going to be governed and monitored differently, so it doesn't run away from you.